welcome back to the Straight Shooter Recruiter. I'm Emily, a senior recruiter by day, podcast host by night, and then career coach on the weekends. And today we are talking the most important thing when it comes to careers. It's money. We're talking about money. Okay, we are going to talk about what to do when you get a job offer and the salary is just not what we were looking for. We wanted to see it go a little bit higher and it's not quite there. So I'm going to walk you through how to have that conversation, how to negotiate for compensation, and really hopefully alleviate some of the anxiety around having these discussions. But before we do that, if you want unlimited free career tips, I'm talking networking, resumes, interviews, you name it, I'll give it to you. I want you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let me know what you think of this video down in the comments. It honestly means so much, and let's dive into this. I feel like I'm obligated to apologize for this janky setup again. I was recovering from a concussion this week. I shouldn't say I still fully have a concussion, and I tried to record a podcast episode, and that was really hurting my head because it's a lot more screens as you're working through it. And then I thought, okay, I'm just going to put together a YouTube video. That's what I'll do today. And then the ring light was killing me. And then I remembered, have you guys heard of the outside? The great outdoors? I forgot the sun is a thing that exists, so I decided we're gonna try and use natural lighting. I don't actually know what this is gonna look like, but can you let me know what you think of this setup in the comments? I personally like it the most because I'm on my couch and it's very comfortable, but I'd love to know what your feedback is on what kind of setup or layout you prefer. First things first, anyone who claims they don't care about compensation or money on a job offer is lying. They're a liar. I'm really liking having this mic closer to me because I love the effect of me just whispering to get my point across. It's fine. Anyone who pretends they don't care about money or that they don't negotiate for their salary is lying to themselves. The point of this whole mini rant is it's okay to care about compensation. In fact, it's normal. And what's especially normal is being nervous to have those discussions. It is completely normal and honestly expected to have a little bit of anxiety when you're having discussions about compensation. The first thing that I want to demystify for you, and it's something that I got really anxious about when I was negotiating for compensation before I became a recruiter, is that your recruiter and the company is not going to see you differently or think that you're greedy because you're asking for more money. It's literally a part of our jobs to help you get an offer that makes you happy. The other thing that I feel obligated to tell you is that your recruiter often is not the person making the decision about how much you're going to get paid. Yep, you heard it here first. Usually that's a decision that comes right from your future manager or from the compensation team directly. So if you're expecting to get an answer right away when you have this conversation, I'm sorry, but you're probably not going to. But the positive of that is you can eliminate that anxiety of feeling like you're going to get shut down on impact. You have a little bit of time to build your case and have a little bit of space to wait until the recruiter gets back to you. So here is the perfect way, in my opinion, to work through getting that compensation conversation on point. So you got the job offer and the pay is a little bit lower than you expected. But how much lower is it really? We need to do a little bit of research. So step number one, I need you to go online and research what the average salary ranges for this kind of job is in your area. It's really important that you're looking at this specific to your location because salary in Toronto might not be the same as salary in New York or salary in Vancouver. So it's really important that you're researching specific to your area. I'm going to leave some of these links to websites that I love in the description, but Glassdoor and Payscale are two amazing websites for you to do this. Part two to that is look at what the average compensation is for this role and think about what makes you happy. Are you happy with getting paid the average compensation based on your experience? Or do you expect to be paid a little bit above that based on your unique skill set or perhaps years of experience? Or on the flip side of that, are you a new graduate and maybe this is your first opportunity outside of school? And much like me, you might be okay with taking a compensation that's a little bit lower just so you get that experience for the first couple of years. When you're thinking about what compensation you would be willing to accept, you have to think about the entire offer as a package. So yes, the salary is one really important part of it, but what other benefits or perks is this company bringing to the table? Do you have great dental coverage, mental health benefits? What are some of the things that are really important to you that this offer might be, bringing to the table? So make sure that you look at it from a holistic package. For example, if you have no benefits with a job, you should be a little bit greedy with the salary. But at the same time, if the salary is a pinch lower than you wanted, but the benefits are amazing, that's definitely something that you should consider. You're gonna have to note, I didn't say that the second you get the offer that doesn't make you happy, you should decline it, or that you should email the recruiter right away and ask to speak. Take a breath. Focus on the research first. Focus on figuring out what will make you happy before we rush to any decisions. I know it's anxiety inducing. I know you're going to want to just get it over with, either decline this offer or have this conversation, but breathe. We're going to get through this. We want to make sure that we have this conversation coming from a place of being educated about our own needs instead of rushing into it. Now that you've taken some
slow, deep breaths
and you've decided what compensation range might make you happy, it's time to email the recruiter. You're not going to email the recruiter and kind of brain dump all of this research that you found, and you're also not going to cold call them. You want to make sure that you email them and ask to set up some time to speak. Maybe it's 10 or 15 minutes. It's perfectly appropriate for you to say, thank you so much. I received the offer and had some chances to look over it. I'd love for 15 minutes to connect so we could chat a little bit more about it. Is that all right with you? It's as simple as that. From there, the recruiter is obviously going to set up some time for you two to speak, and we're going to put our big kid pants on. We are going to deliver the news, all right? We're going to talk about what our expectations are, but we're going to deliver it in a way that is thoughtful and still expresses some gratitude. When you finally get on the phone with the recruiter, I promise the most effective method or strategy or sneaky hack to be great at this is just to be honest. It is the most effective way for you to communicate your needs in a genuine and authentic manner that's actually going to get you the results that you want. The last thing you want to do is come across as ungrateful or burn any bridges. So when you have this conversation, make sure you start off with a thank you. Thank the recruiter and thank the hiring team for their time, for sending them the offer, for wanting to work with you. So really make sure you lead with that. Then you should call out some of the things that you actually liked in the offer. Maybe you liked the team style that you'll be working with or the benefits package. And then just be honest. Be honest about why the compensation just is not a fit for you. Is it not a fit because it's lower than the average in your area? Is it not a fit because you have more experience than what they're proposing based on this number? So I would recommend being honest about why the comp just isn't a great fit for you. And then from there,
stop talking.
Let the recruiter guide the conversation. The recruiter might say, you know what, you're right. Let me go to the team and see what I can do. And then your work is done. You didn't even have to give them the salary range. They're going to come back to you based on some research and some updates. Huge win. Or they might say, you know what, thanks so much for letting me know. This is actually the highest we can go for compensation. So let me know your decision based off of that. But the most frequently, used response, I would say, is the recruiter will say, thanks so much for letting me know. What is your salary expectation? And that's when you say, bam, it's this. I did all of this research. I'm looking for something starting at this number to this number. And like I said, you're probably not going to get a response immediately. You're probably going to have to wait a little bit. The recruiter is going to say, great, thank you so much. Let me look into this and get back to you. And then we wait. That is really it. I have a confession. I'm not proud of it. I'm having bedtime tea out of a Bob Ross mug at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday. That is the state of my life. So if anyone thinks that I'm up to anything exciting, allow me to prove you very wrong. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that this helped alleviate at least a little bit of your anxiety when it comes to the job search process. If this or anything else that I have said at any point in time, like ever, has ever been helpful, please, please, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, let me know in the comments, and also please let me know what our new setup is. Like, is this a thing? Is this not a thing? Should I go be an adult and sit at a desk? Let me know what setup you prefer. If you have any requests for videos, tell me what you ate for lunch today. I'm very
lonely. Talk to me.
But I love you guys. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll chat with you next week.